Welcome to Walkathon Wednesday, but first I'm going to show you how I got here. First, I took the Expo train eastbound towards downtown LA, then the Red Line up to North Hollywood. Next, the Metro G line west to Balboa Station, then the 236 bus north. Total commute was a whopping 2.5 hours with 4 legs. This is the longest continuous commute I've done on LA's public transit. Using a tap card or app, you can tap here on the bus to pay, or use cash. A fare is $1.75 and is good for up to 2 hours after first use. This means I was only charged once, then transferred 3 times for free.
Welcome everyone to Walkathon Wednesday. I am here with my friend Sunny, and he is visiting from Atlanta, Georgia. He also does City Walk content as well. Today is our final walk of our Valley series. Over the last couple months, we have been diving deeper into the various Valley neighborhoods, showcasing that the Valley has just as much diversity as you get in parts of LA south in the Basin. You just sometimes have to look a little bit deeper to find it. And today we're rounding things off. We are in the northernmost section of the Valley, which is also the northernmost part of LA, in a separate municipality called San Fernando. This area is where the Valley started as a whole. And there are several key historical landmarks that we're going to check out today as we explore that. We're also going to discuss how and why LA annexed most of the Valley. And of course, we're going to look at why San Fernando did not. And per usual, we're going to take a look at the area. I'm going to show you a little bit of the feel and vibe of the area as we have done elsewhere. And so yeah, it's a hot day today, so let's get right to it.
Mission Hills sits between Granada Hills and San Fernando, and it's home to some key historical landmarks. Built in 1834, Andres Pico Adobe is the oldest residence in the valley that still exists, and the second oldest in LA. You can visit the park and take a tour of the Adobe Sunday and Monday. Now we're at Brand Park Memory Garden. This cozy park is a microcosm of this area, relatively isolated but still bursting with life. We're here at the Mission San Fernando Rey de España. Founded in 1797, this was one of 21 Spanish missions established in Alta California. San Fernando was named after Saint Ferdinand III, the King of Spain in the 1200s. The settlement around this mission was built long before the rest of Los Angeles. In fact, San Fernando is considered the oldest city in the valley, organized in 1874. But the area's history far predates the mission era. Native Indians of the Tongva and Tataviam tribes inhabited the valley, though mostly along the edges and foothills. Once the Spanish arrived and established the mission, they denoted that any Indians affiliated with the mission would be called Fernandeños. Agriculture, specifically olives, figs, and grapes, and cattle ranching were the original industries of this area. As the mission claimed more land, the valley as a whole adopted its current name after the mission. Mission San Fernando was founded at the site of Achuicomenga, nestling the edge of the Tongva and Tataviam homelands. This was a shared settlement for agriculture serving the original Pueblo de Los Angeles. The community around the mission today does still aim to preserve the original architecture of its time. You'll see this further in San Fernando. This is the northern geographical boundary of the valley right here. Technically, there is a neighborhood north of San Fernando called Silmar, but it's mostly a suburb. This space is even more spread out than Northridge. We are at the edge of the city.
It's so secluded and it feels like you're outside the city. Because you kind of are.
But
You're like right at the edge.
it's like we're further away.
But it kind of does feel like walking through the countryside almost a little bit, you know? Like no sidewalk, just on the road. It's such a Kentucky thing to do, actually.
Yeah.
Hidden back here is something I would expect to find in East Hollywood or Glendale, and that would be the Ararat home of Los Angeles. The Ararat Eskijian Museum is currently the only Armenian museum on the West Coast. This complex features a detailed timeline of Armenian history dating back to 3000 BC. A gorgeous complex outside the city, not only a museum, but a nursing home too. We have arrived at the mission city of San Fernando. Walking into San Fernando is like stepping back in time. This working class city preserves and maintains its Mexican heritage through both local events and architecture. As you can see here, even the McDonald's lives within a stylistic building consistent with the city's theme. Of note is that there is an unusually high concentration of bridal and tux rental places downtown. Let's get to the burning question. Why did Los Angeles annex almost the entire valley except San Fernando? To answer that, let's backtrack to 1913, when the Los Angeles Aqueduct was opened. As you may know, LA is a mostly arid climate, which means water is not always abundantly available. The LA Aqueduct was built to funnel water into the city from the Owens Valley, about 250 miles north. Communities in the valley naturally wanted to take advantage of this water supply at fixed rates, but to do that, they needed to be under LA's jurisdiction. Hence, almost the entire valley was annexed to the city in 1915. San Fernando was uniquely located, however. It fostered a strong groundwater supply, which meant that it didn't need the water supplied by Los Angeles. Even to this day, the Mission City continues to produce its own water supply independent of LA. For lunch, I'm looking for good quality Mexican food. Thankfully, this is the perfect area for that. Let's also take a moment to admire these prices, completely unheard of around LA. Not only did the food hit the spot, but they offer fresh carrot juice for a third of the price you'll pay at fancy juice bars. And it's delicious, perfect on a 90-degree day like this. Of course, what's a historic city without masses of car dealerships? It's time to hit the bus and head home.
Alright guys, that is going to wrap up today's walk. I hope you guys have enjoyed exploring the valley with me. I have enjoyed it. Over the next few weeks, we are going to be diving back into Central and South LA, checking out some other neighborhoods that we have yet to explore. Pretty soon, I'm going to be putting out a few posts that are going to summarize and cover the different sections of the valley that we have checked out. So, hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you next week.